Hello everyone, Annick Koloko, Koloko Immigration Law, Visa Girl, Koloko Immigration Law. Welcome to our weekly Wednesday chat. Today's topic, one that is very popular. I get a lot of questions for my viewers, and today we will be talking about the F1 visa. What is the F1 visa? The F1 visa, as some of you may know, is also known as a student visa. What do you need for an F1 visa, and how do you obtain an F1 visa? You have to understand that an F1 visa is one that is applicable if you would like to come to the United States and pursue an academic program or a language program. For example, some of you, if you would like to come to the United States and take an English as a second language program. That will be falling under the F1 visa. Do not, of course, confuse the F1 visa with the M1 visa. The M1 visa is a vocational visa. Okay, back to our basics. How do you know and how do you obtain an F1 visa? The first thing that you will have to do is to contact a school. And you have to make sure that this school is actually accredited under what is called the SEVIS, or either the Student Exchange Visa Program, meaning they're accredited by USCIS to deliver what is called a Form I-20. Obviously, once you are satisfied, with the school and you meet the requirements, that's a personal decision. Then the school will be able to issue what is called this I-120. However, in order for the I-120 to be delivered and issued by the school, you will have to demonstrate that you have the financial means to cover the cost of your studies. Obviously, because the F1 visa, it is not an immigrant visa, you do not have work authorization to the United States, you definitely have to convince the consulate that you can meet those financial requirements. And how do you do that? What you can do is demonstrate, through probably a guarantor, somebody who will make the financial engagement. There is a specific letter for that. And you can ask the school, the institution that you would like to attend, and the person is basically guaranteeing that they will be financially responsible for you during your stay in the United States. You can also show your bank statement with sufficient balance to the U.S. consulate or the U.S. embassy to convince them that you are able to cover the cost of your studies. Also very important, you have to demonstrate also that you have ties to your country. One of the main reasons of denial of most of U.S. visa is the fact that people are unable to convince a consulate officer that they will be returning to their country. And how do you do that? You can have either properties, or you can have maybe a job offer or a job waiting for you upon your return. Those are the many ways that you can demonstrate that you do not have the intent to remain in the United States at the completion of your studies. Obviously, once you have all these documents, then you have to go to the U.S. consulate or the U.S. embassy and apply for a visa. And if the officer is satisfied that you meet those requirements, then obviously an F1 visa will be issued in your name. But sometimes it does happen that people come to the United States first as tourists, and then upon being in the U.S. for a few months, then they decide that they would like to pursue their studies. Please, if that is your case, do not please register or apply to attend a university or a college until 90 days have elapsed. Why 90 days? It's because 90 days is the sufficient amount of time, according to USCIS, to avoid what is called as a double intent. What is double intent? That's a really, really bad word in USCIS vocabulary. It means that you did enter the United States, but you did not have exactly the same purpose, meaning that you went to the U.S. consulate, you did apply for a B1, B2 visa, meaning basically saying that you were coming as a tourist, while the whole time you actually intended to become a student. But if 90 days have elapsed, then actually you meet those requirements, and at this time you can do what is called to file a change of status application, basically asking USCIS, okay, I've been here, for B1 visa, my visa is still valid, and I would like to change it now to have an F1 visa because I would like to pursue my study in the United States. Really remember, 90 days. But also be careful, since 2017, even though you have been filing this change of status with USCIS, you still have to maintain legal status upon and until this change of status have been approved by USCIS. What does that mean for you? It means that as soon as you file for a change of status, please, as you go forward and you see that your B1, B2 visa is about to be expired, you have to ask for an extension, okay? You have to ask an extension because now the processing time for all this application, including, and change of status application, can take up to 9 months. And you have to demonstrate to USCIS that you have maintained legal status during that time. Obviously, it's a lot to chew on. If you need help, obviously do not hesitate. We can help with that. Consult a counsel. You can consult us at Koloko Immigration Law. And also, for those who are traveling to the United States with their spouse and children, then those relatives will be issued an F2 visa. That does not allow your spouse to work in the country, but they can live legally in the country and the children can attend school, obviously, without any issue. This concludes our videos. I hope that you found this pretty helpful for you. If you think this is something that you find insightful, then please share, like, let us know, and we will always be glad to hear from you. Until then, have a great week. I will see you next Wednesday. Thank you. Goodbye.